Well, Mary and I are really happy this morning. We're in a really good place. We're comfortable with the decision. It's been a hard week because obviously after 42 years, there's a lot of emotions when you step away from something like this, something that we love and we cherish. And so it's been a tough week, but like I said, we're in a good place. We feel really good about the decision to hire Robin Omo Santos. And we just wish her the best, and we'll be here to support her. And just looking forward to the next phase of our lives.
Questions?
How much input did you sort of give, or how involved were you in terms of, choosing the new coach, helping Robin to sort of get here and be the selection?
I had almost nothing to do with the selection and almost no input for David. Yeah.
Were you surprised at all when it was Robin then, or?
I was not surprised. It's just a natural selection. I think it makes a lot of sense. I think David did a lot of due diligence and sought Robin out, and I think it's a great selection, great choice. But he would inform me of people he was talking to, but I had no input as to the decision, the final decision.
She obviously played under you and coached as an assistant with you. What is it that you think she brings to this program that can sort of help carry on all the success you've achieved here?
The one thing I think that separates her from anybody else is the passion for the game. If you saw her coaching on the sidelines, you know she just loves the game and loves to be involved and loves the players, and played for so long. And it's just truly the only thing that she looked forward to during the day. Besides her family, she just loved being in the gym, loved being with the team. So I think the word passion just comes to my mind first of all.
With Robin in the selection, does it make today easier to kind of let go of that program because you know that she's the one that's carrying it on?
It absolutely makes me feel at ease. Obviously we wanted, someone with, the right ingredients, and she fits the bill every way you look at it. So it makes us feel better. We love Robin. We were really sad to see her go the first time, but it just makes so much sense. So we're really happy with that, with the decision.
When she was on the court with you just a couple of seasons ago, did you ever look at her and think to yourself that this could be the person that follows my footsteps?
I didn't think about it because I knew she was faced with her husband's transfer. So it was kind of, what is she going to do now? I thought maybe she could get involved with UNLV, and then maybe that's the next stepping stone. But at the time I was worried that maybe she wasn't going to have another chance, just because of her circumstances with Noble's employment, and so I didn't really think about it at that time.
Are you satisfied with what you've accomplished here at UH? I can't imagine that there's anything else more you could have done here, but thinking about 43 years ago, taking the job, what you're leaving.
Well, I have no regrets. We've done what we could have done, and I think looking back, we've been successful, and the program's at a point where I think Robin will continue to have it grow. It's right up there, top 20 every year, and I think she'll continue with that, with the success. So I'm very satisfied. Wish we could have won one or two or three more. Charlie's in the back over there. We were in a final game a couple times, and we could have had one or two or three more, but that's the way sports are. So you don't always win as many as you want to, but looking back, I think it's been a good run.
Do you anticipate you'll still be around to help Robin out?
I will be here for her if she wants me to be involved, or I'm here. I'm not moving. I intend to be at all the games, and wherever she needs me, I'll be there for her.
Coach, you got into this in 1975. What do you remember about that first year?
Well, I remember our practice times are at 5:35 because it was after men's basketball. They came in at, I think, 2:35. They had 3 hours, so we'd kind of pound on the door. But and then we had to share the court with women's basketball, which we had one little sliver, and they had the rest of the court. So that's kind of what I remember about '75. Was just it was kind of low key. It wasn't. We didn't practice every day. As I recall, we practiced 3 days a week, and it just wasn't. It wasn't a full-time thing here at UH. But that's kind of what I remember Clum Gym and the practice opportunities, or lack of them.
You helped shape the sport into what it is today. Do you like the way that it's shaped up under your leadership?
Well, I think just nationally, it's been an unbelievable growth of the sport that we all love. We knew it was a great sport back then, and I think the rest of the country caught on to it. And now I think it's just taken off, and it's just grown so much, and it's just so great to see. The athletes that are playing the game are unbelievable. The programs, I mean, there's 100 good teams now, but back then it was maybe 5 or 6. Coaching's got better, the athletes are better, the junior coaches are better, the high school coaches are better. The game keeps growing, the game has got great potential. It's really popular all over the world, so we just happy to be involved.
When you look back on your 4+ decades, 1,200+ wins, what is it about sort of the legacy and all you've accomplished here that sticks out to you now as you can kind of reflect on it?
I don't think there's one thing that I can look back and reflect on. It's just a culmination of, what really sticks in my mind right now is all the great players that have come through this program. I can go back to the '75 team and Terry Maltaire, Beth McLaughlin. Those kind of girls just, set the foundation. And if you look at every kind of 5 years, you're going to pick out somebody great. And so that's what I'm going to remember, just the quality women that have come through the program. And, I was really fortunate to coach a lot of really nice, hard-working, successful young women. And that's kind of what I look back on. The wins are great, but the relationships mean more to me than anything else.
Was
From
it?
From a health standpoint, do you feel as good as you look here today?
I feel fine. I have no problems right now. It's just going through some treatment, but I feel great, and I've got great doctors, and God willing, I'll be fine.
Mary, sitting next to you, what have
Yes.
these 43 years been like for you two while he's gone about this job?
What do I think about his decision?
Or what have these years been like? 43 years next to the head
Well,
coach of this
it's been an
program.
amazing ride. Yeah, it's been an amazing ride. To be a part of the successful program, to just recognize that it certainly hasn't been just about Dave. I mean, he talks about the players, but it's the staff, it's the administration, the fans. I mean, where else in the whole country do you have fans like we do in Hawaii? And I just hope that they will continue to support women's volleyball and support Robin and what she's now going to take on. And I just hope none of that will go away, but will continue, because we know how much we all love volleyball here in Hawaii. I know for me, just to be able to be a part of it and our family, I mean, we don't know any different, so it's really, it's I guess a big question mark as to what's next, but we certainly are thankful for everything that Dave's done, and so very proud of him for sure. But like I say, it's much bigger than just Dave. It's everybody that's been a part of it, and I'm just really thankful and feel so blessed to have been able to be a part of it.
The two of you have very talented sons who are also brilliant volleyball minds. What are the chances we say Coach Shoji again in the future?
We're trying to discourage that. Both of them would have to take big pay cuts right now to go into coaching. But, I think that there's probably a really good chance that they would end up in coaching. They love the sport. Kavika's kind of winding down his career, but, he might have 1 or 2 or 3 more years, and Eric has a few more. But, they're students of the game. They love the game. They're really smart volleyball people, and, who knows. They talk about it, but, I can't predict that.
What made this the time to do the announcement? How did you come to this decision at this time? Because it seemed like there's speculation about you leaving past years. Why now?
Well, I thought this was the right time. You know, we've been talking about retirement. You know, with I guess the pool of applicants that David was sharing with me, I felt really good that we have a good coach in place. So it all kind of came together in the last few days, but you know, I understand the timing is a little strange, but I think everything is good now, and I think the timing is perfect. So.
What was that moment for you like where you really decided that it was no longer a leave of absence, you were really going to walk away? What were you sort of mulling over in that moment?
Well, it was very difficult because I love the sport, I love the game, I love my job. But I came to, you know, God was just pulling me towards retirement. You know, it was difficult, but I just getting pulled towards retirement. I know there's something that was telling me to do that, and so. I mean, it's been probably since December that, you know, you think about it every day, and so day by day it just kind of evolved into, hey, let's just do this.
Mary, what was your immediate reaction when he told you his decision?
My immediate reaction? That's a good question. When he actually had made his final decision, I think I felt a sense of relief because I know that it's been pulling at his heart for quite some time, and I think, you know, we certainly, you know, when the whole health issues came about, I think, you know, perspectives change in a hurry, and I think that it really makes you step back and take a look at life in the big picture and what's really important. And I think for Dave that it allowed him to do that, because I think he's been so focused on his job, and at the same time that tug of being, you know, pulled away, but I just think it really brought it into focus. And so I think I felt relieved. I think as this day has gone on, it's become very emotional for sure, but that's, you know, to be expected when you've vested your life as many years as both of us have, and especially him. I mean, it's very difficult for sure, but we've got good things in store for us, so we're counting on that.
Coach, you know, when each outgoing class, we interview them obviously before their senior night, they tell us stories about you, their favorite stories. You wear 2 different shoes to weights, all kinds of things like that. What is your favorite story about being a part of this special place?
Well, there's obviously a lot of stories, but the one I'll tell you, because it involves Robin. I don't know what match it was, or the heat of the battle. It was just a very difficult, Charlie probably remembers this, but I barked at Robin, and she took a towel and put it over her head so I couldn't see her, and she never responded. And so I love to tell that story. She loves to tell the story. Like, she just wouldn't listen to me, basically, and now she's going to be the head coach. I think that's ironic, and I think it's a funny story.
Dave, now that, sorry, I know you said that this is, you know, consumed obviously so much of both of your lives, you've invested so much into it. Now, other than your health, what are you going to do?
Well,
Are you serious? I can think of a lot of things.
well, you know, it's amazing. During this little hiatus I've just managed to stay busy doing something. So, you know, I can't really say, but, you know, my golf handicap's risen to 10. I intend to get that under 10 now and spend a little more time there. And, you know, I've got just other interests that will take up more of my time. You know, I'll get more involved in our church. I'll get more involved. You know, we have a little surfing group going, and golf group, and then, you know, we've got grandkids in South Carolina. You know, we intend to see them more. My son-in-law coaches at South Carolina. We love going to their games and following them. So there's a lot of things that we can do. One of my friends just texted me about, hey, let's go on this trip together, and then, you know, the boys may be playing in Japan in September. In a big national or international tournament. So there's things that we're going to do to keep occupied, trust me. And then there's always the honey-do list, right? So.
All right. Very good.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you for being here, you guys.